Hi, this is Tristan from Counting Seashells, and today's episode is actually episode number 1 of the Daily Tea. I've decided to take a leaf out of Gary Vaynerchuk's book and do what he says, document, don't create. However, I actually think I'm going to create as well as document, and I think he does create as well. So I do think he's kidding himself a little bit if he's not thinking he's creating, because he's a great creator. Anyway, that aside, I am here to teach people how to become a YouTuber and follow me on my journey from an absolute beginner. Probably about 3 months ago, I had absolutely no idea how to even probably upload a video on YouTube, and here I am saying to people now I'm a YouTuber. It's been a really steep learning curve. It's actually really exciting, and I feel really fortunate to be able to do this. Today I have so many things to do. Every day I basically have to squeeze so many things in, and being a bit of a fitness fanatic, well, I'm not a fitness fanatic, I just like to keep fit. I don't want to sit on my backside all day and get a big fat bottom. So I have to fit into my routine exercise and walking my dog. So there's quite a few things I've got to do as well as work. Oh, and I'm also a mother, but I have my son every second week. So I do have a kind of week reprieve. Got to squeeze as much as I can into this week. I'm going to try to just talk without having to edit much, because believe me, it is so hard trying to find the time to think of videos, upload videos, edit the videos, I don't know, do the tags and the social media. I started this journey purely as a way to boost my sales on my website for sleep, countingseashells.com.au. And then I realized, hey, this is actually really fun. I wouldn't mind being a YouTuber full time. My sleep thing's kind of gone a little bit to the side, but that is something that is going to bring me my bread and butter money while I'm becoming a YouTuber. And I really am passionate about helping people sleep as well. One of the reasons I got into the sleep business was actually that I was an ex-advertising creative, and I did used to make TV shows and videos of my own back in the day, probably just before YouTube, because I'm not joking, if YouTube had been around back then, I would have been smashing it by now. So damn it, like, timing is everything. That's another thing. Luck, timing, and hard work. If you want to be a YouTuber, please don't kid yourself that either without so much money to pay people to do everything or a lot of hard work that you're going to get anywhere, because this is a full-time job. It's actually a bigger job than probably any job I've ever had, but it's probably one of the most fun jobs as well. Let me take you from the start of my journey. First of all, I had to set up my website for my business, and on that website I created an online sleep course. I've written a book which I've uploaded there, and I was trying to do Amazon affiliate products so that basically that I could get some commission from the sale. However, there was a problem there that I mean, every single thing I seem to encounter has some kind of a problem, but eventually you find a way to overcome it. So I built my shop, everything seemed to be going well, and then Amazon gives you 3 months for somebody to actually buy a product. And then I realized, why hasn't anyone bought a product? So I checked. I probably should have checked earlier, but I'm so busy trying to do everything else I didn't have time. So I checked, and then I realized that the products I'd put on, they didn't even ship to Australia. So then I had to rebuild the site and start all over again. I've made sure that my website's up to scratch, so that's pretty good now, and trying to do my course so that the PayPal works, and oh my god, there's just so much to do. But that's the website, and this isn't really about the website, this is about becoming a YouTuber. But the reason, as I said, I became a YouTuber was so that I could drive sales to my website. But now I'm starting to think, wow, I love YouTube. I actually want to be a YouTuber full time, and this is my journey. Today is day 1. Today, I've set myself a challenge to document every single day what I do. Some days I might not do anything, which probably won't be many days because I am quite a hard worker when I put my mind to something. Today my to-do list is as long as my arm, or probably longer, because I don't know if my arms are very long. Actually, when I do yoga, I'm always the one that struggles to try and do some of the poses. Anyway, that aside, I am finding that I don't have enough hours in the day. So my journey began with YouTube. I already had a channel with my name, Tristan Kelly, but I wasn't sure how silly my shows were going to be, or how much to do with sleep. I just thought I won't use Tristy and Kelly, even though Gary Vaynerchuk actually says use your name. But when I went to use my name, there were people that already had my name and nobody had my business name, Counting Seashells. So I just thought I'll do that. There's a woman called Sparkle Glitter or Glitter Chatter or something. Sparkles of Chatter and Sparkles of Glitter, something like that. And everyone knows her name now. It's Louise. Louise something or other, starts with P. Anyway, I'm just new to this YouTube world, and these YouTubers actually become like movie stars. You start to recognize their names, and you'll start to see on the side when you start to watch people's videos, and you start to see on the side, you'll see the same people coming up quite a lot. Once I got into thinking about what I was going to post, then I thought I'd watch a few others, and there's so many tutorials on YouTube, and so what I've realized is not only do you have to think of content for your own videos, and that's, thank goodness I'm a creative, so that comes easy for me, but then you've got to actually realize, well, how do you market that on YouTube? There's all these tags and descriptions and everything that I won't go into now, but that's been about 50 videos that I've had to watch to really get my head around that. And then there's also the thumbnails. I had to learn almost to become a graphic designer, but thank God for a site called canva.com and PicMonkey. Everyone talks about them, and they are a godsend, particularly if you're not very good at graphic design. And they're so quick. Now I can knock up a custom thumbnail. Like, I can't even believe I'm using all the lingo now because I didn't even know about it before. I had to make a channel banner at the top and custom thumbnails for each video, because when you're looking at the videos you'd like to watch, when you type in any topic, you realize that there's so much competition, and why would somebody click on a daggy one? I mean, I wouldn't. And then the other problem you're up against is you click on ones that have a lot of subscribers. Well, I'm a beginner and I don't really have many subscribers at the moment. In fact, I think I've got 14, but I'm hoping once I start posting my funnier videos that I'm going to get more. And that's another thing. I had to teach myself how to edit. So I'm using Filmora. That's a really great software program, but before that I was using the Microsoft one, Movie Player, and I was using iMovie, but I've just found Filmora suits my needs. I do it on my PC. I'm actually I've got an iPad and I've got a PC, but I'm finding I'm doing most things on my PC. Then I realized that I needed lighting, so then I had to do videos about lighting, and I ended up buying 2 soft boxes, which is there, and I got them off, I think it was eBay or Amazon, and I bought the Diva, I'm reading it now, Diva Ring Light Supernova. So I got that, and that was very exciting, and that's when I got into discovering about unboxing videos, because I realized, wow, once it arrives, how do I set it up? And then there's so many different ways YouTubers go to get noticed, and I'm yet to find it, but I'm determined to do so. And this is my little baby Shadow. Come here, you. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, sorry about that. Thank goodness for Shadow, because it can be a lonely job sitting at home. Another thing, now that I'm getting a bit more confident with the camera, I actually took it out to the shops. I took it to Coles yesterday, but I did feel quite embarrassed about it and quite conscious, because people looked at me in the supermarket aisle because I was actually filming cling film. So just today, I've got on my list Walk Shadow. This is Shadow. That was at the top of my list. I didn't want to film this in my bed like my other sleep videos. I actually wanted to film it with a green screen backdrop so that I could be anywhere. I wanted to sit at a desk and do a green screen backdrop. But then I realized I don't even know how to lower the Diva ring light or the tripods. Today, what have I had to do? I've had to edit 2 videos, and then I have to upload them on YouTube and do all the tags. And I have to change my channel banner somewhat, because I've realized my banner is actually about sleep, and I've decided I'm going to broaden it a bit. I'm going against the grain here a bit, because people say you really need to stick to a niche. And I was going to stick to the sleeping niche, but my background has been a little bit in doing silly comedy things, and I would like to sometimes broaden my audience just a little bit, because when people hear sleep they think, oh, yawn and boring, but I want to get a wider variety. I want to be kind of a combination between Jenna Marbles and somebody quite serious that's in health. There must be a fine line there. But then I've realized not only do you have to do all this, you've got to put up Facebook posts, you've got to do, people go on about Vine, they go on about Snapchat. I might get into Snapchat. I haven't even had time to look at it. I'm currently doing Pinterest. I'm not doing Twitter. So it's a full-time job in itself. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, and my website as well, doing my blogs on that. So that's already 5 things, and then I've got to schedule them. So I think that what I have to do is just film 1 day a week, probably film 5 videos or something like that, and do my daily vlogs each day. It's absolutely exhausting. There are so many things to do, but I'll keep you posted on how I'm going. So where I'm at the moment is I'm a very novice, yet I think I'm better than your average editor now. So I'm better than a beginner, but my God, I've got a lot to learn. So the editing's fine. I'm getting faster, but it's going to require a few more tutorials to get my head around how to make them look a bit more interesting. The next thing I want to learn is splitting audio and doing a voiceover, and then actually taking a camera around and doing different shots. That'll be interesting. That's going to be something I haven't ventured into yet, because it's all a matter of time and having the time to learn all of this. And then tonight I've actually got an appointment at a skin doctor. I'm actually getting under my eyes, I'm getting some, it's called a skin booster or something, just to give some extra glow to under my eyes. So I'm going to look a bit funny, and I'll have to be videoing with, last time I got it actually gave me almost a black eye, so I will probably look a bit funny for the next week, but then I'll look really good after that. It's just about trying to keep my skin in good condition. So as well as being a mother, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an entrepreneur, and I also like beauty and clothes and all the things that girls like. Trying to fit all that into my day, not to mention looking after my dog. It's going to be a full-time job in it. Well, no, not a full-time job, about 10 full-time jobs. I'm going to give myself the challenge to do this, and you can follow me on my journey through the highs and lows. All right, thanks for watching the first episode of Daily Tea.